Our next awardee is Laz Perez, Criminal Justice, 1988. Laz Perez looks back at being a student at COD and feels it was one of the best opportunities of his life, and from here established a clear path to follow to accomplish his goals. Laz is known as a pillar of the community, has over 25 years in law enforcement, has had an impact teaching police officers of tomorrow, and continues his work in serving others.
He's a mentor, he's a counselor, he's a leader.
Laz was a natural. He never missed an opportunity to treat the public right.
He is probably one of the best police officers I've ever had an honor to work with.
I had the opportunity of being his field training officer, and that's the person who turns around and trains that new police officer till he can clear him to be put out on the road by himself. And you knew from the very beginning, because Laz was a great kid, great teenager when he was coming in as a police cadet. You knew he had a call for this job and he cared about people. So we were really excited about having him on the police department. Truly a good leader. You were proud of him, you know what I mean? You watch the guy start as a young kid. Ultimately, you see the final prize at the end where he's the police chief. Truly well-deserved position. Yeah, he earned it. When you talk about starting from the ground up, he did.
Sometimes chiefs, when they become chiefs, they forget about where they came from. But I guess I felt Laz never forgot about the little guy. He never forgot about the people that worked underneath him.
The times we've talked about COD, he said it was a place that was here for him, and he's never forgotten that.
Did you tell them about the...
It's very important to the police recruits because they want to aspire to what Laz has achieved. When they see him starting here as a student, then going on to a 27-year police career with 4 years as the lead executive, the chief of police in West Chicago, that certainly instills a lot of motivation and confidence in him. And I think that's something that really relates well to what Laz would like them to accomplish.
Laz is a great friend, and I'm truly, truly proud of him for his successes in police work, but also for his friendship.
I'm extremely happy for him, and I'm extremely proud of him that he is getting this award from the College of DuPage, and it's very well deserved.
And I think he's a great inspiration to not only the public and the community, but the students here at the College of DuPage.
From the class of 1988, please welcome Lazaro Perez, a 2016 Distinguished Alum.
Well, first of all, I have to say that the camera does add 10 pounds, so I'm not as big as I look there. This award should really be going to the folks that stood behind during my successes and stood kind of behind me, and as well as those who carried me during my professional and personal failures. To begin with, my family, my mom and dad had the forethought of fleeing a communist regime in Cuba and bringing me here to the United States to the land of opportunity as a young 12-year-old adolescent. I also like to thank my grandmother, who's no longer with us, but she pushed me to become better than the rest of the family was, and actually funded my venture here for 2 years at COD, where I learned from some of the most innovative professors that I ever met in my life and really made an impact in my career. And lastly, for my wife, my kids, who continue to support my crazy ventures of being a police officer and leaving home early and coming home at some crazy hours of the night. But I believe the people that made the most impact in my life are actually today sitting in the audience, at least in my professional life, and those were my mentors who talked about me. They were Tony Cordo and Bruce Melkin, both of whom taught me not only about police work, but how to treat people fairly, and really added to the success that I've had in my career. My career, it's really hinged, or the success there too, really hinged on my family, the education I received here and the foundation I received here at the College of DuPage, as well as the great mentors that I had. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mr. Brady, for putting me for the award.